Well, last October until now, they had fallen about 25%, and they've had a rally over the last few weeks. So I'll guess at 22 to 23% in losses, which is substantial. I think that market's going lower over the next 2 years or so. So I wouldn't be buying Chinese stocks.
I don't know why anybody would buy Chinese stock. I have a big time problem with that. This one comes in from Rota, Spain. Mr. Chapman, it appears that Switzerland is under siege with their free markets, and their free markets may yet save the Swiss franc. What do you think is going on over here with these Europeans?
Well, that's a big question. First of all, the Swiss have been attempting to keep the value of the franc at a reasonable level to the euro. As you know, the euro came down in value from 150 to 119. These are round figures. And then we'll back up to 130. Today it closed at, let's see what we got here. The euro closed at 128.89. It was up today. And the Swiss franc closed at 104.24, and that was up almost a full point today. And the Swiss are trying to protect their export business, and especially to the Eurozone, and that's understandable. But no matter what they do, it's not going to do any good. It can only be the rigging of their currency can only be transitory, and it can only be temporary. The Swiss franc and the Canadian dollar are the two best currencies in the world today, followed by the Australian dollar. And I think it's going to stay that way. So the Swiss franc is a hard currency, and if you have to have currency, it's good to have that. But gold is better, because this year, up until the end of June, the Swiss franc fell 13% against gold. U.S. dollar fell 13.3% versus gold. Mexican peso fell 12.2% versus gold. So if it continues for the rest of the year, all those currencies will be off about 25%. So why would you want to buy them? You don't. You only buy them when you have to use them. And if you're not living in Switzerland, you don't want to have them until you have to go there. And so, I mean, you know, you're looking at the biggest bull market in history. It is already 11 years old. And it's going to continue for another 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. Gold and silver are not going to go away. And no matter what the elitist, illuminist, international bankers desire with their fiat currencies, it's not going to work for them. They're going to lose out. And today, unfortunately for them, we have programs like this that are reaching all over the world, and the internet doing the same, and we're informing people what these illuminists are doing. This is the greatest opportunity in the last several hundred years of letting the people know who's doing what to them. And before this is over, they're all going to end up in jail, or some of them are going to end up getting hung. And we're going to get our freedom back one way or the other.
Lisa comes in from Seattle, Washington. Says, "Hang the traitors." Ask Mr. God, girl, hang the traitors. She goes, "Hang the traitors."
Incidentally, wait a minute now. You know what the saying is?
She goes, it says, "Mr. Chapman, this about unemployment aid, that's not going to boost the economy and the recovery. All this is buying people's votes. Are they trying to think that I'm stupid by voting in unemployment aid, by increasing the debt another $32 billion, and then it's going to come about in October. It's going to all come back to fester again in October when we run out of money again. There aren't any jobs. Obama's not creating any jobs. What do you see that can help us that are collecting unemployment, and now we're getting a reprieve, but how long are we going to get the reprieve, and do we really get any help? It looks like Governor Jindal of Louisiana's got it right. They don't want unemployment. I don't want unemployment, but I'm forced to take it, otherwise I don't have any money.
Well, I think the unemployment extensions will continue for the reason you cited, and for the economy itself. And they don't want rioting in the streets, and so they'll continue, and until they can't anymore, and the system collapses. And as far as the hanging is concerned, I don't know if you know it or not, but the female is considered the more deadly of the species.
Amen to that. Yeah. What is it? The praying mantis eats her mate after they mate. So
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we better walk away from that one, otherwise we'll be both in trouble. Oh my word. Mr. Let's go back over here to the Marine chat room. You guys in the Marine chat room, y'all right on top of it. Mr. Chapman, the faith in the Social Security system is tanking. Will there be any Social Security left for me? I got 15 years in the Corps, 5 years to retire, and when I retire, I might be able to sit back another 15 years before I collect my Social Security. Do you think it'll be around?
Well, first of all, I don't think you're going to sit back and do anything but work. So get ready for it. And you'll have a government pension, as small as it is, and that might even be cut back. And by that time, they may not have the kind of Social Security that you're thinking about. And that might be 25 or 50% of what you had expected. There's no way to tell. All we know is all the money in the Social Security system has been used. It's as simple as that, and it started with FDR. The first money that came in to the same place it does now, the general fund, and they used it. I prefer to call it stealing it. And so all there is a bunch of worthless bonds sitting around that can't be redeemed because the government's broke. It's just like they're going to probably, after the next election, take a shot at passing legislation to confiscate retirement accounts and give people guaranteed government annuities. Well, how can anything be guaranteed by a government that can't pay for it, that's bankrupt?